There it is. Okay. Evening again, friends. I'll try to have this be a much more concise episode of what I attempted to do last night, but screwed up and just played a bunch of magic. But that's fine, because we're here right now, and I'm able to fix that a little bit, kinda, even though I can't change the past per se. Okay. Now, what this is all about is that strange machine I showed you. It seems to actually work. I've only ran maybe 10 experiments with it, but about 7 or 8 of them have really came through with positive fruition. And that's way above the per chance percentile. Like if just 3 or 4 or 5 things had came through, then I'd still chalk it up to, oh, it's just me. But no, we're talking 7 or 8 out of 10 things that I kind of pushed for with this turning around and actually having a good effect. Turning around and being something in my life. Going and making certain actions of mine have more weight in a good way. I probably should have been doing this whole last year. Just said screw it and started putting these out all over town. Whatever. I'm just happy to know that it works and know that there is something to it. And from what I understand of how to work it, you just make it out of paper. You make this. You make a dial that you can stick on there, and you put a thumbtack through it or something that'll hold it into place like that. So you can rotate and spin it. Put on something kind of sturdy so it doesn't, just go all over the place or immediately degrade or whatever. Make sure it's, flat down. If you can laminate it, even better, but don't worry too much. And then a lot of people say, in the majority, put what you're wanting to manifest on the witness well. And then you put, optionally, you may put something like a object of power on the power area, wherever that is for the Hieronymus machine that you're using, or radionics machine. Some people will use a quartz, some people use a slate or a granite or whatever, or a lapis lazuli. Some people use a rose quartz or a tiger's eye, or who knows. But use something that, or even just a magnet, but use something that you feel has weight to it in a energy sense and spiritual sense. If you do, don't worry too much about it, though. It's not important. What's important is your intention and how you use your intention. After you've set your intention here, it doesn't even have to be physically set. You could just put a mental image here in the witness well. Some people put it on the sensor pad, but the majority say witness well. And then rub your hand on the sensor pad across it. But in the preparation phase, you take a magnet and put the magnet all over the sheet of paper, and at random, and just move it around in random directions and stuff, and that will sort of homogenize the energy field, if I'm recalling how that works right. And then you turn the dial up as you're visualizing. You have a strong visualization in your mind. You're turning the dial up and you're rubbing the sensor pad. And you'll want to do this for about 5 to 15 minutes. You'll leave the dial turned up however much you turned it. But yeah, to go back over it, you put an image, whether in your mind or in real life, here in front of the witness well. It can go on the sensor pad, and you can swap their positions or use them opposite, but either way, so long as it gets into the universe. You can put a power item here, and then you'll want to run a magnet over the paper after you've got it all set up, if you have one. If not, don't worry too much about it. And then you get your visualization going here, and then you turn the dial slightly a little bit, or you can crank it 100. But what matters is you turn the dial up to turn it on, kinda, and then you start rubbing across the sensor pad. The rub plate is another name for it. And then once the rub plate sensor pad gets some action and static from you, it just seems to work, whatever it does. Puts the signal out, brings the signal in, both at the same time. Whatever's happening, it does it. And it doesn't always give you what you're manifesting exactly, but it gives you circumstances that can lead to that manifestation. And I think that the more conductive your body is, or the purer you eat, I think the more results you tend to get from this. Because the more you're conducting whatever energy this is using and or putting out and or getting back all at once. And so it more easily conflates with you. It more easily helps you, in a sense, become one with the universe a little bit more so. And then, yeah, there's not a whole lot to it, honestly. I'll be performing a few more experiments and letting you guys know the results. But basically, what really got me certain results were, I had woken up thinking, crap, this is it. I am so screwed. And then next thing I know, I actually have some support in capital area of my life. So economic. And so that came through. And then I completed, actually no, I'd completed it, then checked and found that out. And then I did some more manifestation with it. And one of them hasn't come through yet. No, two of them haven't come through yet. I'm not sure about a third. Other situations have improved that I had asked for, and I had also asked for some help with transportation somehow, and I got out to the library. I had a little bit of a late start, and so stuff was all closed. I got to the library. I almost got to printing off stuff yesterday, and then the library computer shut down right when I was hitting print. So that was really unhappy feeling that I couldn't print these off, but I printed them off today. However, when I had left out, I got to chatting with some of the people who were at the library, and they had, lo and behold, an extra bike that you know, somebody had owed them and they'd given and gotten, and so they'd gotten the new bike and weren't sure what to do with the old bike, and then they see me and they're like, man, this guy runs all over town, blah blah blah. So it's, you know, half me, but it helped manifest the situation more easily, I'm thinking. That such that that energy of mine was able to come through, and I got a bike out of the deal. Now, it could all certainly be coincidence, But oh, and then I had reached several epiphanies all within that span of time, and then another two when I got home, and maybe three. But yeah, I'm just too much. Oh, what's the word? Sherlock Holmes doesn't believe in them. Coincidences. Yeah, too many coincidences of all at once. This good fortune coming my way within the lines of what I was attempting to manifest, within 70 to 80 percentile, jumping up over the um, placebo effect, well over the placebo effect by 20% or so, if I recall right. So, yeah, it probably actually does something, I'm pretty sure. And I've got a crappily handmade one that I was doing all that with, and it worked okay. Now that I've actually printed a couple of these off, I'm going to experiment further with them and hopefully get even better results and even more concentrated manifestal power, I guess. Or just you know what I'm trying to say though. I'm trying to, if you don't, I'm trying to basically oh, what's the word? Mm, Broadcast as much prosperity and healing and help as I can out through myself to others and back, if at all possible. If it don't get back, oh well. But that's just generally what I'd like to do. Um, Even though at first it was mostly aimed at myself, I am in quite a bit of need of self-care and uh, yeah, help surviving, but I'm figuring that out for myself. I probably just need to make some changes on the inside a little bit further, or move. I could just need to move. That could be it. And I don't know. But yeah, in case you don't know, I live out here in Ohio, St. Mary's. It's a little party town, vacation getaway place for business types, kinda. Not all of them, not super well known, but it's a nice little place to go and relax. The Kroger actually has good food. I dislike them because of reasons, but at least they have the food that I need. They also have a good health shop here. They've got a great people here in general. I disagree with half of what they think, but whatever. I probably disagree with a lot of things everyone thinks, but you know, we opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got like 10 of them. I mean, kidding. Uh, anyways, the point is though, I'm I'm feeling maybe I should try to figure out if I should just move or what. Because I got to figure that out at the end of this month, and if I do, then I'm just getting the heck out of Ohio. I'm just done. I'm done. I'm so done with not having a clean environment to rest in. I just want to be able to fully get my train of thought away from, oh god, they're spraying this. Oh god, this crap is getting sprayed all over. Oh god, what is wrong with these people? Oh god, what are they dumping out of that truck into the ground? It doesn't look like normal water. And so on and so forth. And yeah, I just want to get away from that or make them stop doing that. And if they're not going to stop doing it voluntarily, then I just need to leave. I'll just leave. Go somewhere else. I'll try to stay in Ohio at first, but then if that's a no-go, then whatever. I'll just go wherever I need to go to get to organic land. Pfft, fine. And that's how I feel about that. And yeah, that's one of the many situations that have caused this to come to a head and caused me to run into this bit of research, which I kind of did a little bit of it, but I wasn't in the right place and frame of mind to handle it. But now I am, close enough, and I got results, and yeah, everybody needs to give it a shot. And how it works is, like, when you're doing it, you want to do it for other people. Doing it for a selfish reason will rarely yield results. You have to actually be doing it for a real reason. You have to actually be using it for good. Otherwise, it's just, nope, not going to do it so well. Not going to do it so easily. And then sometimes they'll even backfire on you. In fact, I could have been, screwing around with it earlier last year, and it did backfire. I don't know exactly. But the point is, use it for others at least 2 or 3 times, and then you can use it for yourself, maybe. It's a higher probability of it working if you do. And, yeah, that's my current view and data on this machine. Hopefully I didn't repeat myself too much, and I got all the important data that I need to get across. It can also be a method for channeling and contacting spirits, so if you're doing that sort of thing, you'll want to cleanse and ground it energetically, so that you're not just contacting who or whatever and getting some bad energy to come through. That'd be no bueno. So, but I doubt such a thing could happen so easily, and thus unless you're like really looking for it, or are of it, and thus just magnetize it to you, then that's just kind of where you're at and how it, affects you, and you should probably make some changes somewhere if you're not wanting that effect. But yeah. Trying to think of anything else important. I'll throw some charts up on here for you to look at and use if you so choose. Come on. Okay, here's number 1. Okay, here's the most important one. That's not the window I picked. Thank you, sir. This is the window. Thank you. Sorry, I just got a feeling of self-doubt that I shouldn't have. Come on. Thank you. Okay. This chart helped me hit another one of those epiphanies, but I had downloaded it like 4 months ago, maybe. Well, that's kind of recent, but still. And, from what I understand is we're kind of like, well, this is supposed to be like the flower of life, in case you're not too sure what you're looking at. The flower of life is this symbol at the top here, repeated over and over and over in this sort of pattern. You've probably seen it at different places in hospitals and stuff like that, maybe banks or whatever. And generally it represents, well, life and how it splits and mutates and continues. Life starts at the bottom, and then you move up into decisions, and then your decisions require perceiving and judging, and they're made better by feeling and thinking, and they're made even greater by sensing and intuition, and then you complete your proper decision-making process with then information on top of all that to then become justice in the middle. So you have the base. Most don't really count that as 2 spheres though. 3 spheres, 4 spheres, 5 spheres, 6 spheres, 7 spheres, 8 spheres total. But usually people reduce it to 7 spheres within one's life. 7 virtues, 7 sins, 7 of whatever. And when they're speaking of such things, I'm pretty sure this chart, whether they mean it or not, is generally close enough. It's probably not 100% accurate, but it's really good, and it really put a lot of things into perspective for me in such a way that it all is clicking. So that's why I'm showing this image here. You can probably find it if you search it up. I'm sure you could, print screen it, stick it on the paint, and crop it so you got a copy. I'm sure you can find it somewhere on Reddit. But yeah, I'm not sure what this is called though. However, you can see how to basically find it. There's the user Unknowu and Art Occult or whatever. And then, also, I'm pretty sure these are angel names. Had, Yesod, where's the other one? Netzach, Tiferet, it's an ancient goddess. Gebura, Chesed, Dot. They're probably considered daimons or demons, but they aren't as evil as we'd connotate them at. They are merely the... how would we put it? It's kind of like being a GM. It's like you have to make the environment run. And so if somebody wants something that isn't compatible with the environment, and you're basically like telling them no, but you can't really speak, so you have to show them or make something happen to the character, or in our case us, well, then you end up kind of looking like a bad guy to them until they figure out what actually happened. And so that's probably where our connotations for daimon comes from, which the original word just means spirit. And in fact, angeli, or angels, are a type of daimon. And there means basically messenger. And gods, and even how we frame the All One as, are generally some form of or related to daimon. Or as we say, demons. But that's not quite how that works. And I just came to that epiphany just yesterday or earlier today, or a little bit of both. Well, maybe over the past year technically, but yeah. In my delving and learning, they are merely obstacle. They aren't malicious. They merely are, as opposed to are seeking. They don't really want to do that. There are probably some out there that do, but these guys are like the programmers of the game. These guys are the programmers of the game. They don't want to screw you up. They just want you to actually play the game. Bina Shokma. They want you to actually do whatever you're doing here and achieve whatever you're achieving here and come to whatever realizations you're supposed to come to here. Because something that just really always resonates with me, ever since I was 6 years old, I've had this from a memory that I shouldn't have, and what it says is, we come here, or no, this place is so beautiful. In fact, it's one of the most beautiful places in the universe. In fact, so beautiful, we lose our memory when we come here. And so we come here to lose our memory to then find our true self. And that's my understanding of this realm, this plane, this earth existence in this body. And I honestly want to help heal people. I feel like that's who I am at my core. Like, yeah, I'm a kick-ass ninja, I can sword play, and yeah, I'm a good shot, and blah-de-blah-de-blah. And I can do energy stuff, and like that, and I can wizard a little if we need. But when it comes down to it, I love to put a smile on people's face. I love to take away pain. I love to give people what they really, truly desire. Not just what they want, but what they truly need and desire. Sometimes it's just so hard. I'm not sure if I'm actually doing anything or what. But I keep trying. And so here we are. I'm pretty sure this is vaguely connected and able to be used with the Hieronymus machine. And so if you're lacking in one of these main 6 surrounding areas, or even this bottom area, lifestyle, after you've manifested to, or at least tried to manifest to help others, then you focus on this, or one of these 6 outer spheres. Unless you have them all, then you focus on this. And then if you have that, the sun, Tiferet, justice, peace, prosperity, all like that. You have all these and that in the middle. Then you focus on up here. Although you might have to go through the outside of both sides at the same time. And somehow get the personal and the logical together in balance. While still being out there. I feel like my soul is somewhere in this, the field marshal, kinda. At the same time, I have a pinch of champion, pinch of the magician, pinch of that, and then at the end of the day, I act like a fool. And in many ways, I am a hermit from how I've lived and my family and how they lived. But I'm getting away from that, and I'm getting more into who and what I am. And I'm thankful for all the gifts and abilities and help and circumstances I've run into and received. I am so grateful. And all told, well, that seems to be the end of this episode. If you have any data of your own, any results, anything of any kind that you'd like to contribute to this conversation, please feel free to leave so either in the comments or direct message me. I make no secret of who I am, what I am, phone number, any of all that. I do not care. You can try to spam me. I'll just block you if you do. Yeah. I'm at the point where, yeah, I'm out here. I'm here. We out here. Anyways, the number is 937-344-7449. But you can probably find me easiest on Discord. And at Discord, my place is actually, I'll just make a thing. Where was I? Oh yeah. La 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 just go about thinking I'm finally cool. I'm also truly trusted when I'm alone in bed. I just realized yearning I'm finally strong. I'm also well quite loved, but that's not quite what I thought it should be. But it's now truly my way, my style finally have a hold of my life. Gotta fly high so I can reach the highest of all the heavens. Somebody will be waiting for me, so I have gotta fly higher. Everything will be a brand new challenge for me. I will believe in myself to be the only star for me. Thank you, thank you. I'll be playing, something, probably PSO in a moment, starting up the next stream. Here's the end of episode. Thank you for watching. Hope that was enjoyable and gives you a good idea of the Hieronymus machine. Hieronymus. Go ahead and check it out. I hope you get a kick out of it. I hope it does good in your life too. Gotta say, as far as I know and can tell, it works. Good luck on your sides.